everybody. Today's topic is going to be growth on mentality. I'm going to start off by saying that growing your mental health is definitely not easy. I'm alone myself as a person who suffered from mental disorders. I suffer from a disorder called bipolar. I possibly may even suffer from having PTSD. There's also some things that has happened to me in the past to where it has led me to have multiple things that trigger me. It could be some of the littlest, slightest things that places me in a position to just sit back and think and have to meditate and do some real self-reflection on myself, let alone try to look at another person's point of view to be able to properly re-guide and refocus myself to be eligible to move forward. I wanted to be able to mention this today because it kind of relates back to my video that I posted the other day in regards to how PTSD could also be a huge connection and a trigger towards everything else that had happened. Towards everything else that had happened in the past, as far as like feeling betrayed, having people turn on you from left to right. I have now, as those who have may possibly tuned into my live videos, of those who may have heard around within the city where I'm from, within the state, in the universe, and everywhere else, because I know I have my followers and everything, how there is a huge chance that I may have possibly lost. I have lost one. I have lost a friend, and granted, there is those things that you can always gain a whole lot more. It's also to that point to where you do that self-reflection, you do that growth within yourself, and you learn how important it is to have to leave people where it's at. Me on a day-to-day basis, I've been doing nothing but, as we all can see here, is this fresh air. I've been doing nothing but enjoying that within my process of being currently homeless. I'm currently a candidate within my own hometown who is currently homeless, who have been eligible to utilize the resources that has been surrounded around me, and due to my own personal doings, because safety is a trigger along a lifetime, and you want to be eligible to do the right thing rather than a wrong, because there's also always two sides to a story. I have also allowed myself to gain into some trouble to where I am no longer eligible to receive that type of resource of a help. Granted, I was also becoming that person who was no longer eligible to receive that type of help due to me utilizing them in the beginning. As some like to say, they can only help you once. They're only eligible to be there for you once. So as me being the type of citizen that I am here, I have to be eligible to be strong as a soldier and be able to survive out in a real world where you don't always have mommy and daddy. You don't always have brother and sister. You don't always have auntie and uncle. And throughout that process, I have had my downfalls. I have had some of my tears. I have had some of my anger. I have had some of my hurt. But truth be told, this is also not my very first time. I have been placed in this type of position more than once. But I have been placed in this type of position because I had allowed myself to. I was running away. Not saying I'm running away from my parents' house, even though in the past that has been a thought for me before. I have wanted to run away, and I have been talked to. I have been guided to want to go back. But as a grown adult, I apologize. As a grown adult, I have wanted to run away, and I have done so to another state, another place where nobody knows me, nobody has ever seen me before. They can't go trying to tell me how to do this, tell me how to do that, try to be extremely judgmental, try to judge me from my past, to where I got to relearn myself. I got to take another look into a lot of situations and understand what I may be good at or even at my best at. So now we are here back into my hometown, well not hometown, my home state, within another township that I never knew anything about besides what others have mentioned. And it is pricey here. I have met some people who is from here, or even have some family that are out from here. They don't all stay. Some of them has definitely left, or they have moved to another place. They would say there's no surviving, but from what I hear, if you can survive out in Washington, you can survive anywhere. If you can survive out west, you can survive almost anywhere. And it's worse over there than it is here. Being here and out in the open, I've allowed myself to be exposed to the human nature. I apologize. I gotta breathe a bit. I gotta breathe. I gotta stop trying to tune out. Let me breathe. Collect my thoughts. It's just been a lot. It's been a lot. It's been a lot to try to balance through. I can only imagine with people who got kids. Sitting out here in front of Mickey D's, you got all these other fast food restaurants where you could possibly be able to eat you some food. But you gotta, it's just a lot. It's just a lot to think about. It's an extremely long process. You gotta continue to keep on moving on a day-to-day basis. You gotta be able to continue to just keep on moving. I smile, I'm happy, but I cry. I cry in privacy. I cry in privacy. I done cried so much I can't even cry no more. I can't even really cry. I shedded maybe just a tiny bit of a tear today. A tiny bit of a tear today. But there is growth. There is growth within having that tiny bit of a tear. There is growth within my strength. There is growth within my strength. I have grown to be a whole lot stronger. I have grown to be a whole lot stronger within the previous situations that I've been through, within being wrongfully touched, within my character being defamed, within my name being defamed, within others not being eligible to just truly take the time. Just taking that very given time to really truly get to know who I truly am before another decides to explain or characterize me before I'm able to characterize myself. Nobody should know me better than me, unless you like my parents. And a lot of times the parents don't even know their own sometimes too well. I mean, I know I birthed you. I know I had you. I know you should look like this, that, and the third. I know your blood type. I know that much, but like, who could I really be talking to right now? Who could I really be in negotiation with as of right now? It's like I'm looking at another man in the mirror. But I just wanted to touch base on some growth and mentality. Me personally, I believe I've been growing. I want to also apologize to my followers and my friends on my Facebook for a lot of the outrageous screams, hollers, irritation, the anger, the bipolarness that I've been expressing due to previous situations. Like I've just been getting hurt. Like I just been feeling so hurt, like so hurt. And it's hard to resolve the hurt. It's hard to let go of the hurt. It connects me back to the video of feeling betrayal. Like it's hard to let go of the fact that you was once there, you was once in surroundings, you was once in once one of the happiest people to be around within everybody else's growth, to where it's like, due to my minor mistake or due to things that I have zero control over, I'm overlooked, I'm underlooked. You are now considering yourself to be better than me when I was once that help. I was once that person I was helping. I was once that person I was guiding. I was once that person I was motivating. And it's like, why continue to scoop to that level? Why continue to be that immature individual when we are no longer in high school, we are no longer in middle school, we're not even in college. Granted, we can always enroll to go back, but we're no longer even there. The growth in me is being eligible to let go and let God. They may not know it, they may not realize it, but I still pray. I try not to do too much questioning, but I'm praying and I'm talking and I'm hoping that they get a whole lot better. That they get a whole lot better, and that we can gain that peace within one another. That we can be able to really like settle and truly let go for real, and not just say that we let go, but know that there's that foundation of a real, true, valid understanding. Because somewhere within communication, somewhere within connection to this person to the third, somewhere within that fight to the next fight, it was like wrongfully led. It was wrongfully guided. The air is beautiful. It feels so good outside. Like it feels so good outside. It feels so good outside, coming from a person who suffers suicidal thoughts, possibly may have wanted to attempt, possibly may have even tried to. I'm an individual who has cut themselves, who has wanted to continue to just hurt from the pain. And I try to think back on the ones who once loved me so much, like who loved me so strongly, like as to why I needed to continue to stand. I try to think back as to why it's so important to keep going so hard, like to just keep going so hard, because I know I can do it. Like I know I can get this stuff accomplished. I know I can succeed. I know I can move forward. I know I don't have to sit back and force somebody to say that I need them when I need myself 1,000 times more. Granted, you was there, that person was there to help, but I'm telling you, you have no idea how many more other resources, how many more open public resources has been eligible to be there to help guide me and to help me be able to still stand on my 2 feet, or be eligible to even stay warm for even just that 5 minutes to 10 minutes to 15 to 30 minutes. You was like a mile away to where that warmth was right next door to what I needed a whole lot more. That quench of thirst was right there. Rather than trying to keep stretching to make it to where you are located, to where you are pinpointed. Or because you say to make it here now. And I can't always do that when I also was eligible to be guided towards another pathway. I was eligible to make it a whole nother way. And I've been just finding my ways. I've been learning my lessons. I've been asking myself I've been asking for forgiveness. I've been forgiving myself. Asking for forgiveness, forgiving myself. Praying for self, making sure I continue to stay true to self. Making sure I still continue to try to stay true to others, whether if they is accepting it or not. whether if they are eligible to really remind themselves or not. Because enough truly becomes enough. It becomes enough. I lost my baby. I lost touch with people. I almost believed I wasn't beautiful. When I lost my baby, I lost my father at the same time. Well, I lost my father first and then my baby. Granted, it was, he's old. He hit that age bracket. It was that timing. Time waits for nobody. It was that timing. There's nothing that we can do when it hits that time frame and you ill, a disease got into you. There's not much that we can do. But pray. But basically pray. I hope that they truly did everything in their power to bring you back. Once they, it's a wrap. Losing my baby, it hit a whole lot different for me than a what ifs from losing blood. Once you able to detect the heartbeat, you able to actually see just that little bit. It may not be like the biggest thing, but you able to see that little bit for your very first time. Your very first, you able to really experience that excitement or even surprisement, because it was a surprise for me, because I didn't believe it. It was a shocker for me. But when you get to just experience that you're pregnant, and you just get to tell them I'm pregnant, this is it, to where it's it's gone. It's gone. And it's your very first time. Your very first time. And you trying to figure out, what did I do so wrong? What did I do so wrong? What could I have done possibly better? I thought I was drinking enough water. I believe I was eating. I was getting a rest. Could it have possibly been my time or not? Am I supposed to still take that as a blessing? I had to take the time to grow from that. I was angry I still call him my baby dad. He gave me the heartbeat. Some may not look at it that way, but that heartbeat was there. That paperwork is there. But I was so upset with my baby dad, feeling like he could have done more. He could have been there more. Being that he's already a father of more than one. You would have believed that he would have knew more, but then the knowledge of you knowing that this is my first time. And I'm not saying he wasn't there at all, because he was definitely there, but I just believe he could have been there a lot more. That he was needed to have been there a lot more. But there's no taking back the past. What's done is done. I blame myself for some things that I know I shouldn't have possibly done. Because there's no telling if I was truly that much of a high risk for it to have been my first time. I should have been a bit more cautious. I should have been a bit more careful. I should have knew that no. But I have also grown. I have grown a bit, but I do still think back on that. I've grown past being upset with him, but I had became a little bit upset with myself within remembrance of the previous ones who possibly may have wanted for me to have been a mother of their child one day. The ones that I have came into acquaintance. It made me start to think all over again. It made me start to question all over again. What that one had cared. What that one had been there. What that one had survived and possibly grew to be a positive. And then it's just here I am all alone with nobody. I'm a single woman. I'm a single woman. And I've been kind of forcing for myself to stay single. Because I don't want to hurt the next person, forcing them through the previous. Because it's not fair. It's not fair. In due time, only time should tell. Only time should tell. I know it's getting late. I'm definitely a good 21 minutes into this video. I apologize. But that was some things that I needed to touch base on, which shall connect within the next topic that I have to be able to get some more things off my chest. I've been needing to really get a lot of things out, really be able to let go, and continue to be able to talk as freely as possible, to even continue to keep a smile on my face and be able to continue to move forward. As I do like to look at Canfield, Ohio as one of the peace lands for me. It's definitely peaceful here. At least for me it has been. I've been able to gain a lot of peace here. I hope you all have a beautiful day.